Hi, I'm here. This is David over at Stoneyard.com. We are taking this display with the Boston Blend mosaic. We've stuck the stones down. Now we're gonna grout in between. So I have a grout bag. I mixed up some pointing mortar, the Laticrete Pointing Mortar. This is the natural gray color. And you can kind of see, you know, maybe it's like mashed potato. It's soft, but the consistency is important. So let's load up a little bit in the bag. So I've wet the bag and I've pinched the bottom, and then I'm just gonna, you know, put a little bit in here. You know, not a whole lot, because we can always add more later. And then one of the things I like to do is just to make sure that it's flowing through the bag, okay? I'll hold the bag up like this, and you see how some is just naturally coming out? Okay, I'm not doing anything. I'm just shaking. So I'm doing a little vibration. So that's important. So then, once you've done that, you know, close off the top. You can see I just got a little bit in the chamber. And then I'm just gonna go out ahead and start grouting. And so, if you take a look, what I'm doing is I'm compressing it, then I'm turning it, and squeezing it out. You need to fill the void with the grout, okay? And so it's important. Once, like when the crevices are a little bit tighter, you gotta put a little bit more pressure and squeeze that down in there. When the voids are a little bit bigger, it's easier to kind of get in. Hopefully you kind of see what I'm doing here. So then, the next part of this, and we'll come back to it in a little bit, but we'll wait for this so that you can push it on your finger and it will be firm. Right now it's very soft. Okay. So we have different jointing tools. You know, when selecting what jointing tools you want, is you want to make sure that the jointing tool can fit down through this hole. So this one doesn't quite, but notice this one, it goes right down to the bottom. So you see, this is a little bit narrower. This may be 1/8 of an inch, that might be 1/4, 1/2 inch, whatever it is. So what we're gonna do is we've grouted in here. Let's test to see if I've gone down to the bottom of these areas. So this, you can see the grout's disappearing. That means there's a void on the bottom of this. It's okay, you know, but if you were to grout this and strike it and point it, and that void wasn't completely filled, then what's gonna happen is water's gonna get behind this and create a pocket, and then it's gonna just immediately pull this grout right off. So, anytime you're grouting, I always use spacers and try to keep the gap in between the stones as consistent as possible. Okay, so now I've got a bucket of cold, clean water. I've got a sponge. I typically cut them in half, cut them in quarters. This is too big. And when you're cleaning, so notice how there's all cement that's, you know, got onto the stone. So what we want to do is take a damp sponge, go around the stone, and clean it. So we're taking the cement from that's on the edges and we're cleaning it off. Notice I'm not getting any water into the joint. If I get water in this joint, it's gonna lighten this pointing mortar. It's gonna make it turn a lighter color. Okay? So I'm just going around, cleaning off the edges. You know, make sure there's nothing in the middle. I'll wring it out with water, and I'll go through, you know, and in 5 to 10 minutes, I'll have a fairly clean board. As a precaution, I'll do once cleaning, then I'll switch my water, and then I'll clean it again. Because if I see, like right there, I just got a little bit of water in that grout, boom, absorb it back up. It can happen. If you leave it in there, it will lighten it, okay? And a lot of times, where I knew I got water in there, a lot of times I'll just go over back with the brush just to kind of get that finish back, you know? Now, where I feel like there's too much water in the sponge, boom, wring it out, get it a little bit drier. The reason I'm getting water in is because there's a little crevice here that's holding a little bit of cement, and I'm trying to get a little bit of water in there to try to loosen up some of that cement. So again, it happens, no big deal. If this was up in a vertical situation, that water wouldn't have built in that crevice. But it's okay, you know. We do hearths, flush hearths like this, so it's good to get accustomed to it. So we'll take a look when this is all done, but this is basically all that's involved in getting the stones clean, okay? And again, need 5-10 more minutes. We'll get this clean. You know, at that point, I'll go hang it back up. We'll take a look at it once it's good and clean and dry. Okay, we're in the showroom. I just finished mudding up this board. So if you notice, the stones have actually already dried, or at least mostly. Right now, we're waiting for this pointed mortar to dry out. Once it's dry, you'll notice that it will be a much lighter gray color. Right now, it looks fairly dark, but that's the finished product. Notice that the cement is back, good 1/4 inch back from the face of the stone. So when I'm touching this, the cement is back a 1/4 inch or so. Even on areas here where the stone protrudes and this is recessed, it's still, you know, back from that face. And notice it's kind of like a brushed finish. So it's gonna look good. The stones are all clean, the cement is all off. We did our job. Stoneyard.com, come on down, take a look.